Hello friends, welcome to GeoEdu channel exploring geological knowledge. Today we'll discuss about a fascinating topic known as meteorites. As we know that meteorites have a very significant role mm, in different extinction events, and also meteorites also used in to probe the Earth's interior as an indirect source. So there are a lot of importance of meteorites in study of Earth science. Let's get started. What is meteorite? Meteorites are natural objects that fallen into Earth from space. So they are often confused with meteors, meteorites, meteoroids, and asteroids. So there are terms like meteors, meteoroids, and asteroids. We should clearly understand what are these terms. The difference between an asteroid and meteoroid is that meteoroid are usually smaller and asteroid are larger. Asteroids are enough mass that their orbital elements can be calculated. As we know, there is a asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Where the asteroid came from, during the evolution of universe, when the large tidal masses come from a planet, it forms a asteroid and it tends to move around a belt known as asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. So asteroids have very large masses, but meteors are small fragments of the asteroids. And asteroids are even sizes of thousands of kilometers of radius, which can destroy a large city on the Earth's surface. So the fragments from asteroids known as meteoroids. So then what is meteors? Meteors are streaks of light in the sky in the night because by small grains that are heated by friction as they pass through the atmosphere of the Earth. So when these fragments come when this surface escaped from the meteorite that asteroid belt, it comes in the contact of the atmosphere by the gravitational force of the Earth, and it tends to heat by friction, and it tends to lighten up by fire. A streak of light we can see in the sky known as meteors. Then meteoroids. Meteoroids are solid objects in planetary space with diameters ranging from few centimeters to several meters or even tens of meters. They originated from collision of asteroids, but the difference between large meteoroids and small asteroids is not defined. So, we cannot define the difference between small asteroids and large meteoroids, because meteoroids are not different body. These are only the fragment of asteroids. So next, meteorites. What are meteorites? So we are studying now meteorites. Meteorites are meteoroids that have fallen to the surface of the earth. So the meteors that comes in contact that streak of light you can see. When these meteor fall that touches the surface of the earth is known as meteorites. When meteorites have passed through the atmosphere and has impacted on the surface of the earth is called meteorite. So this is very important. This is meteorite. Then I'm taking the uh, like this is one Anningto meteorite of 34-ton fragment iron meteorite. It fall on Kapyok Peninsula of northwest Greenland. How to differentiate between regular rock and meteorite? So meteorites have a fusion crust. What is fusion crust? When the fragments of meteoroid comes in contact with the atmosphere, it tends to burn, and the burnings due to burning effect, what happens? The surface of the surface of the material get bond and get melted. So a fusion crust tend to occur. So what is fusion crust? A thin dark layer that was formed when molten surface of the meteorite cooled and solidified near the end of the fall through the atmosphere. Sometimes the fusion crust eroded away because of terrestrial processes like rain and wind. Meteorites have also thumbprint-like impressions of varying sizes of their surface called regmal plates. So regmal plates are also indication of meteorites that differentiate from the surface or terrestrial rock, and they are formed from the how the regmal plates form. They form from when molten material is ejected of the meteorite when it passes through the atmosphere. Appearance wise, meteorites are metallic. So this is these are the small several criteria how we can differentiate between a regular terrestrial rock or meteorite. First one is fusion crust, as I have told, and second one is regmal pills. These important things we have to remember. So how these fusion crust and regmal pits look like? You can see this fusion crust is look like this. As you can see the surface of the rock, you can see it is melted away. Generally in terrestrial rock it does not happen, and in regmal pits the thumb-like impressions that ejected from the surface when it come in contact with the atmosphere with high speed. So next, where to search for meteorites? Mostly meteorites fall on the surface of the earth. There is no significant place where to place it, where to search it. But it is easier to find in meteorite in deserts where vegetation contact cannot cover them. And there we can easily discriminate between this rock and uh, a black color rock in a sand grains. So it can be clearly visible. Also in Antarctica also there is a large sheet of ice of white color, and there is also discrimination between the black color meteoritic material and the white color ice sheet. So in Antarctica there is a large meteorite searching program called Antarctic Search for Meteorites or ANSMET. Dark meteorites also relatively easy to see in white snow. As you can see in the picture, this is the meteorite fall in Sinchor district of Rajasthan recently in 1 or 2 months ago, and that is the left side is a meteorite fall in Antarctica. So you can see how easily you can find a meteorite in surface of ice sheet or surface of sand. What is fall and fine? Finds are meteorites which were found on the ground unrelated to any sighting due to the finder recognizing them to be clearly identifiable as being a non-terrestrial origin. So what are finds? Finds are the meteorites. We just find them, but we cannot we have not related to any fall event. Sorry, any fall event. So falls are meteorites which are seen to fall from the sky and which are tracked down successfully. So the falls are which one? The meteorite we can see the falling with the large light and sound, and then we search for the meteorite and found that one, that is known as fall. But when we are searching in a barren desert or over ice sheet and we got a dark color rock, and due to its criteria like rigmal plates and that fusion crust, we identified it as a meteorite, but we have not confirmed it as a we have not tracked down its falling event. We have no idea when and how it fall, and is it transported or not. So these are the difference between fall and find. Then classification of meteorite. Meteorites are subdivided into on the basis of their composition. First one is stony meteorite, which can be divided into chondrites and achondrites, and the stony iron and iron meteorites. Then first one is chondrites. Chondrites are most abundant meteorites and characterized by this is characterized by small spherical chondrules. What is chondrules? Chondrules are spherical particles less than 5 millimeter in diameter, composed primarily of olivine and pyroxene that crystallize from droplets of silicate melt that formed within the solar nebula when small clumps of dust particles were melted by passage of rock wave by lightning. So controls as spherical fast it is spherical particles. Diameter is 5 mm less than 5 mm diameter, and composition is olivine plus pyroxene. And how it formed the when the when it when the meteorite come in contact with sorry atmosphere, it got melted, and the melt may be by shock wave or by lightning. It given by Hoynes 1996. And this is the control you can see in the picture. The yellow color here is controls, and here this is a control in microscope. Mm, Control limb. This is given by Rubin 1984, and these yellow colors are control masses of olivine and plus pyroxene. There are four major classes of chondrites. Sorry, this is chondrites. Chondrites are recognized. One is carbonaceous chondrite or C chondrite. Then ordinary chondrite or O chondrite, instatite or E chondrite, remote, remote chondrite or R chondrite. So first one is carbonaceous chondrite. Usually have high abundance of carbon, because that's why it is known as carbonaceous chondrite. And because of presence of carbon, it is very dark, and the diameter ranges from 100 micromillimeter to 2 millimeter. And this is about controls, and contracts have recognized groups CI, CM, CO, CV, CK, CR, CB by Loretta and MC Swain 2006. No need to go deeply about this classification. And signs of aqueous alteration, they contain more volatile elements than other meteorites. So in carbonaceous chondrite, we can say that always that hydroxyl ion we can find. We can say that carbonaceous chondrite may contain hydroxyl ions, because the signs of aqueous alteration we can find in carbonaceous chondrites. Then ordinary chondrites, they have higher abundance of chondrules and lower abundance of matrix compared to other chondrites. Ordinary chondrites are divided into three groups based on their abundance in iron to iron, and ratio of metallic iron to iron oxide. These groups are H, L, and LL. Um, control size ranges in ordinary chondrite is from 300 micrometer to for H, 500 micrometer for L, and 600 micrometer for LL, given by Norton. Then enstatite chondrite, primarily composed of enstatite. The name, as name says, it is enstatite chondrite, and sometimes it is used as gemstones. Enstatite chondrites also have high content of metallic iron, and they have very little oxidized iron, but 5 to 17% iron sulfides. Enstatite chondrites have two groups, EH and EL. EH chondrites have average 30% and 30% of iron. I have forgot to mention. This is 30% of iron, and EL chondrites have 25% of iron content. and average size of chondrules in EH is 220 micrometer and 550 micrometer for EL. This is also given by Norton. Then Rumurti chondrite, basicted with light clast and fragments of rocks embedded by dark matrix. So light or dark color of light color of clast, that is or fragment of rock embedded by dark matrix. They are mostly composed of iron. The matrix is composed of iron rich olivine and which with some plagioclase and small amount of other minerals. Our chondrites have the highest oxidation of all chondrites, and they have almost no metallic iron, no free metallic iron. So remote chondrites have high iron highest iron oxidation set, but no free iron. And mean diameter of chondrules in our chondrites are 4 micrometer. Then achondrites. The class of achondrites contain iron, stony iron stones that most probably have originated from differentiated parent bodies. Iron meteorites are thought to originate from cores of differentiated asteroids. So within achondrites, the stony iron and iron chondrites come. Then tektites. Tektites are small objects composed of black to greenish glass that in strewn fields in certain regions of Earth, including Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia, southern China, Philippines, Africa, Czechoslovakia, and North America. The diameter of tektites range from few millimeters in microtectites up to 20 centimeter or 5 then or mostly 5 centimeter diameter. Their shape resembles spears, teardrops, drumbles, and buttons. Tektites contain grains of pure silica called lachatrolite, and which implies that they reached high temperature up to 2000 degrees centigrade. The origin of tektites used to be very controversial. They are either some viewed as they are obsidian or glassy meteorites and or of lunar origin, but Fowl in 1966 concluded that tektites formed by melting of terrestrial rocks only and soil during impact of large meteorites upon the earth. As you can see, this is a example of tektites known named as australite from Australia. From where do meteorites come? Most meteorites are fragments of, I have told already, most meteorites are fragments of asteroids that occur in asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Most of the asteroids are fragments of steel larger bodies that apparently formed by accretion of planetesimal at the time of solar system formed within the protoplanetary disks. As I told, the asteroids are the fragments of larger bodies that apparently formed by accretion of planetesimals. So, subsequently broken up by gravitational forces of Mars and Jupiter. The asteroids broken up by gravitational force of Mars and Jupiter. Therefore, meteoroid in space are fragments of their parent bodies and resemble the Earth and terrestrial planet bodies. The study of meteorite provides of information about the way of planets formed and differentiated into metallic core and silicate, mantle, and a thin crust. So, as I told before, the differentiation of earth like metallic core, silicate mantle, and thin crust. These we can get the indirect evidence from the meteorite. And I have not mentioned here, but another important the meteorite also we can use in Earth's evolution of life. As we know, the KT event, that is Cretaceous and Jurassic event, when large dinosaurs and other larger reptiles died. That also some view is that that is caused by meteorite impact, and that the high anomaly of iridium in that in oceanic mud or oceanic mud give the evidence of meteorite fall, because iridium is specially comes from extraterrestrial bodies. Then next these are you can see that iron meteorites represents the core, and the stony iron meteorites that is pallasite that represents from near the core, and the mesosiderite also differ from the pallasite. That mesosideриtes are also a type of stony iron meteorites, and it differs from pallasites that crystals are smaller and made up of silicate minerals. It is thought that mesosideриtes form when magma mixes with the core during the collision between two asteroids. So, the pallasites and mesosideриtes are two stony iron types of stony iron meteorites. Pallasites have solid bodies of nickel and iron, but also contain large translucent crystals of olivine. Pallasites come from the area between metallic core of an asteroid and surrounding rocky magma. So, near core mantle boundary, pallasite represents that, and then stony meteorites are chondrites, and chondrites which represents our crust, and achondrites both represent crustal material. And non-asteroid belt, so not all meteorites come from the asteroid belt. Sometimes they very large collisions between an asteroid and planet or a moon can allow material from the surface to be ejected into the space and on the trajectory that will overlap with the Earth's, and this is thus far only way are able to get hands material from the Mars. Then some name of some Martian meteorites. Martian meteorites are the meteorites come from Mars. Cerogites, Nachilites, and Chassignites. Then lunar meteorites are this is come from Mars, and lunar meteorites come from Moon. And the fast meteorite is lunar meteorite is ALH 81005, and this is of anorthosidic composition. And this is all about meteorite. Be stay tuned, and I will try to put another video on meteorite impact craters, and this is impact craters also have very significant role in shaping the Earth as well as lunar surface. And there are some significant minerals that we can find in meteoritic craters. This is very fascinating. So stay tuned, and please subscribe to my channel GeoEdu, exploring Geo.